cap and gown with a rolling, what happened now? Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real what veteran, what academy. He still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. Better watch it, partner, you from around here thinking sweet, you got the wrong idea.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Wentz now on first down. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Let's go, 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, Wentz going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Wentz again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richards. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready? Great.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He sets to fire deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Sunday.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Oh, boy, when a good tight end reads man coverage, is able to run the corner route, almost impossible to defend. They can use a good head fake, work him inside, then they'll get him on their back or on their hip and keep them away from the football with their body.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Throwing is Wentz. Pass for 20. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. He got 29 yards that time. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now it's Ajayi, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just...
All right, I don't think that there's any way you can... It didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go play action here on first down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Here's Ajayi. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ajayi with the benefit of a full training camp behind him, excelling in this Eagle backfield as they come up on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run with Ajayi. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now, check. Patriot! Patriot! Leopard! Leopard!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Looking to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
To throw here. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a third down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richards. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This complete to Lockett. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Clement, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Go.
This is a Ajayi. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 43. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now out come the Giants. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 20. Get over there. Go.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him 30 yards there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check, 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 check. Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
On second down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go, back man.
Throwing now is Wentz. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
81, 81. Black, come on.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wentz to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Black. 82, 82. Black, come on.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Gone. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Once again here on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Ajayi 1st down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
On the ball.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Here we go. 180. That's what I do.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Lion.
Back to the air on second down. Wins. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
To throw now on first down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Green, 39. Green.
Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Mac Hollins the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He'll look to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Hey, other side, solid.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
20. Motion, motion, motion. Hey, stack.
Wentz will try again on second down. Dancing to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Go, go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Oh, the spin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
5-2.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Barkley. A little juke. He's got the first down inside the 10th. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Raymond now on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Spins by. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Leopard! Leopard! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
No, check. Patriot! Hot!
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.